Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I am going to be starting Ozempic today, or Semaglutide, but it's known as mostly is like Ozempic, but I'm taking the off-brand, which is Semaglutide. I have an entire video explaining why. I'll put that right here or right here. I actually don't know what side of the screen is going to be on. Probably this one, I think. That video got age restricted though, so hey, if you want to watch it, you want to know why I'm taking the Semaglutide, you know, might as well. This one's probably going to get age restricted too. But yeah, I'm just going to document my journey with it, like, probably week by week. I might do some videos that are, like, 2 weeks on it, whatever. I think this video is just going to be the first week on it if I have any symptoms, or if I end up losing any weight or not. I'll just be updating you guys on, like, my experience with taking semaglutide, / Ozempic, / Wegovy, whatever it is. So yeah, I'll switch over to a clip of me in a different outfit, showing you basically what I look like right now, at the current weight I'm at the current stage I'm at. Hi, I'm also just going to put this in here really quick before I switch over to that clip. If you are going to be triggered by weight, by measurements, by calorie counting, by BMI, by any of that, don't watch this video, and I would give you the advice of not watching any videos that have to do with semaglutide and weight loss. I'm putting this in here because in the video where I explained, like, why I'm doing this, people were like, this can be triggering to somebody. I think if somebody's gonna be, okay, this is a side note, if somebody's gonna be triggered by weight loss content, they should not be actively clicking on weight loss content. I'm sorry, like, that's low-key on you. But I'm putting this in here so that, you know, this is your last chance to click away. Yeah. Okay, so it is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. This is what my body looks like currently today. I'm starting the Ozempic injection today. This is what my body looks like as of today. Sorry, I don't want my whole butt crack out, but yeah, this is what I look like. This might get taken down for, like, nudity. As of this morning, I am 148.8 pounds and 5'6". My hips measure 40 inches around, I think, if I'm measuring them correctly. And then my waist is 32 inches around, if you can see that. Back to over here, back in this outfit. I'm going to do the injection now, which I don't know if I can show on YouTube. If I can't, it won't be in this, but I'm gonna film it. If I can't put it in, I can't, but I'm gonna do it. So the semaglutide is in here. I'm gonna open up this little package. I put it in the fridge. I got it a few hours ago, and I put it in the fridge because it says to keep it. Oh, I dropped it. It says on the package to refrigerate upon arrival, store between 36 degrees Fahrenheit and 46 degrees Fahrenheit. I did have it sitting out of the fridge for maybe like an hour or something, I don't know, after I took it out of the box with the ice, but I'm sure it'll be fine, because I looked up online and I'm pretty sure you can store it at, like, room temp, but I'm gonna keep it in the fridge. I have a mini fridge right here, so it works out perfectly. But yeah, if you don't want to watch that full 25-minute video where I give an explanation on why I'm taking it, basically the short of it is I've struggled with my weight my entire life. I have been overweight and obese. Currently I am a healthy weight, but I'm on the higher end of the spectrum and I have a lot of excess fat. I struggle with binge eating and I struggle with food noise, and that I'm hoping that this fixes the psychological component of weight loss so I can finally get down to, you know, I am at a healthy weight, but a healthier weight that's more in the middle of the BMI rather than on the higher end. Okay, so I have 3 little vials in here. Those look so scary. Oh my god, I'm gonna take them out. Okay, so it says discard each vial after 28 days of opening. So today is May 7th, Wednesday, May 7th, 2025, so I'm gonna write 5/7. Okay, there we go. I got that written down. They have a little instruction video on how to do this on their site, so I'm just going to pull that up really quick and watch it again. I've already watched it a few times, you know, in preparation for this, but now that I actually have it, I just want to watch it again, just to make sure. And I'm going to also get some, I got like a vaccine yesterday in both my arms, so my arms hurt. And now I'm giving myself another shot. Lovely. I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol for this, too. Okay, so step 1, my silly self, I forgot to wash your hands, so I'm going to go do that really quick. Okay, my hands are thoroughly washed. Next step is gather your supplies. I have that. So this box has the alcohol wipes, which I didn't know it came with alcohol wipes. I have my own rubbing alcohol, but alcohol wipes and needles are in here. I don't know if I can show a needle in a YouTube video, but I also did a YouTube video where I pierced my own belly button with, like, a huge piercing needle, which I'll link right here. And that one didn't get age restricted, so I don't know. But this is, like, medication, so I really don't know. But I also have everything else that came in the box. Obviously, the actual medication, and then these are anti-nausea tablets, which I thought that the anti-nausea medication was going to be in the liquid that I get, but apparently it's not. Apparently they're just like, if you're feeling nauseous, take these, which these are not a lot. I hope I don't get really sick on these. I have emetophobia. I'm very terrified of throwing up, but maybe if I throw up on this, it'll help me get over that. Who knows? They also sent me a water bottle, I guess, to remind me to stay hydrated. From what I've seen, I've done a lot of research on this before doing this. It's important to stay hydrated and to get enough protein while taking semaglutide. Okay, so next step is prepare the bottle, or yeah, the vial. This is the one I'm going to be using, the first one out of the 3, and to wipe the top of it with an alcohol wipe. I'm kind of scared to give myself an injection, but again, I pierced my own belly button with a giant needle, although I did freeze my skin beforehand, which made it hard to pierce, but I did it. I don't know how to get this top off. Okay, I got it off. Okay, so I'm wiping the top of the vial, and I have to get a syringe. This is the scary part. Ugh, the minute you smell alcohol, it like starts to get real. Okay. I need to find a hard, like, container to throw this out in afterwards, actually. Let me get that ready. I'm gonna go drink a Gatorade Zero. I'm gonna use this to store the syringes. I'm just gonna finish. This is a Gatorade Zero. I'm just gonna finish this really quick. Okay, I'm glad I remembered that before I had an open needle in my room. Okay, so I'm removing, okay, this is the bottom. This is getting scary. That's the bottom removed. And here's the top. Oh, that's tiny. Can you even see that? That's so small. Then it says draw air into your syringe to match the amount of medication you'll inject. So I'm supposed to be doing 0.8. So that's, I have to go check how much that is again, actually. Okay, can you see that? That seems about right, I think. I'm like very scared. I'm gonna wipe down the top of the vial again because it's been like a few minutes since I did that, and I just want to be extra careful and not get like, you know, sepsis or something. But then it says, I'm gonna let that dry. Puncture the top of the vial and inject the air. This is so scary. I don't know what that does. Draw a little more than the correct dose of the medication. So I guess it's just so like, in case there's any air left. Oh my god, I'm like actually terrified. Wait, how do I do this? Okay, we got that. A little bit came out, but that's alright. And it says remove any air bubbles by tapping the syringe. Got on my hand. I feel like it's like toxic, but it's not. I'm about to put it in my body. Gently push the plunger and inject any extra medicine back into the vial. Okay, so that's to get rid of the air. And then if it leaks, then it'll just go back in the bottle. That's actually pretty smart. Oh, I might have to get a little bit more, actually, because I only have about half of what I need in there. But then I can just, you know what, I'm just going to overfill it and then do this again. I'm not going to take that much, don't worry. It definitely has more medication in it than I need, but I'm just going to puncture it again and then get the air bubbles and the rest of the medication out. Alright, next step is to choose your injection site. And they said you don't need to rubbing alcohol down the part of your body you're injected into, but I'm going to, just because I feel like that's safer. I was thinking about doing my stomach, and then I thought about doing my thigh, but I think I'm going to do my stomach because I do have a lot of excess fat on my stomach. And, you know, I've gotten tattoos before, and I know that with tattoos, which are also needles, probably around this size, maybe even a little bit bigger, the more fat you have in an area, the less it hurts. So I'm going to use the same kind of logic. Okay, it's time to do the injection. I'm so scared. Okay, I'm actually just going to do it like right out of frame so you guys can't see. But it says to do it at a 90-degree angle. Did I do it? Is it in? I can't push it any farther, so I think... Oh my god, I did it! I did it! I did it! Hooray! Okay, and now we wait for the horrible side effects, but also the results I want. So I'm going to put that in the Gatorade bottle. I don't know... Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna use this until it's like full of needles, and then I'll bring it to like a needle place to get rid of it. Isn't that fun? Okay. I'll update you guys if I have any symptoms, or, you know, tomorrow morning how I'm feeling, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so it is the next day. It's 5:05 p.m., so it's not tomorrow morning. Sorry about that, guys. It is a little bit later. I keep saying symptoms I noticed in that first part of the video. I meant side effects, but I did notice some nausea, like, pretty much right after I took the injection. I was like, for like a few minutes, but I didn't throw up or anything. I just, you know, I felt a little nauseous, and then it went away. I went for a walk, it kind of went away. And then, like, later on, I got kind of nauseous again, so I sat outside, because for some reason, like, fresh air, like, sitting outside kind of, like, helps me, like, not feel nauseous sometimes. I am still experiencing some food noise. I would say maybe a little bit less than normal. I've been pretty good with, like, you know, eating today. I've been tracking my food, obviously, because, you know, Semaglutide Ozempic is not like a magic drug. It's not going to make you lose weight if you aren't in a calorie deficit. That's, like, a huge misconception about it. It doesn't make you magically, like, burn more fat. The only way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit, and you aren't going to suddenly be burning more calories on Ozempic or Semaglutide, Wegovy, whatever it is. It just helps you not eat as much. That's what it is. So yeah, I have had some compulsions still to eat, like, not as good food today, but not as much as normal. It's not as constant as normal, so that's good. And also, somebody who I know, I posted, like, the little thumbnail from the video where I'm talking about why I'm going on Ozempic. I posted that on my Snap story with the link to it, and then one of my friends from like summer camp from like middle school snapped back and was like, oh my god, twins, she's on it too, she's on Wegovy, and she's been on for a few weeks, and she said it's been great for her, and it's gotten rid of her food noise, and I was like, I haven't really noticed too much of a difference with food noise, whatever, and she said to give it like 3 to 5 days, which I was like, okay, thank you so much. I really hope she's right, but you know, I trust her. She wouldn't lie to me for no reason, and she's on it too, so she says she really likes it, so that's good, and she said I could ask her any more questions, so thank you. But yeah, so far today, I think I've had around 700 calories at, you know, again, 5 o'clock, so I had a protein shake in the morning, and then I had, like, a microwavable beef bolognese for lunch, and then I had a banana, which I'm allergic to bananas, but sometimes I eat things I'm allergic to, just because, you know, I'm allergic to everything, so it's, like, impossible to avoid. And I am still kind of hungry, but I'm not, like, it's different. There's a difference between hunger and appetite in my experience, in my opinion. So hunger is, like, the actual feeling in your stomach. Appetite is the feeling of wanting to eat. And so I'll be hungry, but not necessarily wanting to eat as much. Like I said, like, I still have some food noise, but not as much as normal. Like, I have had, like, oh, I want a sweet thing today, but then I'm like, no, just don't do that. And it's a lot easier to say no to that, at this point. But I also don't know if that's, you know, the sort of thing where it's the beginning of a weight loss journey, or it's not the beginning, obviously, because it's been years of me wanting to lose weight, but it's the beginning of starting, Semaglutide, and I don't know if I just have more willpower than I'm going to in a week, but we'll see. I'll update you guys if anything else significant happens, but that's where we're at today. I am the exact same weight this morning as I was yesterday. Obviously, I'm not going to lose anything after taking it at night yesterday, because I took it at night, because I also saw somebody say that it's better to take it at night in case you have any, like, side effects from it, like, so you'll be in the house if you, like, have to throw up or something. I thought that was a good idea, so that's why I took it at night. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time I have something to say. Okay, guys, it's the next day again, so today is Friday. I took my first shot on Wednesday. It's 5:49 p.m. I ended up eating about 1,500 calories yesterday. I'm about the same today, so I'm gonna try to stop eating now, but honestly, I've definitely still been experiencing food noise and still experiencing all of that kind of crap. One thing I was a little worried about, I don't know if I already mentioned this, is taking my meds, because also, semaglutide, like, sort of slows down your whole, like, GI tract, like, slows down, like how fast your stomach absorbs stuff. And I take Adderall for my ADHD, and I take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, so it'll, you know, kick in as fast as possible. So I was a little worried about it not kicking in as fast, because obviously your stomach isn't gonna, like, metabolize it as fast, if your stomach is slowing down, but I don't think I'm really having any effect from the semaglutide yet, unfortunately. But we're still trying. Maybe once I take my second dose, it'll be better. Maybe once I up my dose in 4 weeks, it'll be better, but yeah, we'll see. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess, check in again. It is now Friday. Update on how I'm feeling. I haven't really been feeling any nausea at all. I am, however, still experiencing pretty much fully the food noise I would experience before I started taking it. Like, right now, it's 5:52 p.m. I've had, I think, like 900-ish calories today. And I'm just thinking, okay, what am I gonna eat for dinner? When am I gonna get dinner? It all constantly, just like, that's what's going through my mind right now. And it's, you know, usually I don't eat dinner until, like, later in the day than this. Yeah, that's you know, that's how it's going. So I did see that it might take more than the first injection for it to start working and stuff. Sorry to let you guys down about that. Like, I don't want to disappoint you, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to you guys about, like, the effects it's having on me. I did as well last night. I was having a really stressful day yesterday. I am being sued, which I posted a video about, but then took it down because I was like, I'm gonna wait until this lawsuit is over until I talk about it, actually. But basically, a situation happened. Somebody's just trying to get money out of it because they think they can. But anyways, I was told I was being sued yesterday, so I had a really stressful day yesterday. And by the end of the night, I ended up stopping tracking my calories. So I tracked up to about 1,500. I think I tracked up to about 1,500, but then I ate, like, some chips and, like, some cookies after I stopped tracking. So let's just say I ate, like, 2,100 yesterday, just to be safe. Maybe more than that, because honestly, I was eating, like, handfuls of chips. So I'm off track with that, and I was a little heavier this morning than I was yesterday morning, which kind of sucks. But we're getting back on track today. I'm really going to try to stick to it today. And I really hate admitting this, that I did that, because it's like, why didn't you just, like, not do that? I was really stressed out, and that just tends to be, like, my go-to, and I know it's not an excuse, and I need to get a hold on that, but, like, I'm trying. So yeah, tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I don't know if I'm gonna track tomorrow, just because, you know, I'm going to, like, brunch with my mom, and if I eat something at brunch, it's probably gonna be, you know, calorie dense, because a lot of, like, restaurants and stuff will make food that's, like, very calorie dense, and it's hard to eat around that. I could try to eat around that for the rest of the day. I think what I'll do is I might track it, because I won't eat anything tomorrow until I go to brunch with my mom. But if I eat something that's like, 1,500 calories, like, I doubt I'll eat something that's 1,500 calories, but you know what I mean? Like, if I eat, like, a lot of calories and I have barely any left for the day, I might say, oh my god, it's like Mother's Day, I'm just gonna say it's not a tracking day, because it is, there should be a lifestyle change, not a diet. So some days you can eat more than others, but you know what I mean? Like, on special days, like, on holidays, I always let myself not track, but I think tomorrow I might try to track. We'll see. But yeah, that's how today's going. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe check in again. Alright guys, it is Sunday now, Mother's Day obviously. It's 1:04 p.m. I just got back from brunch with my mom. I successfully did not eat anything before brunch. It was kind of hard to do, because I was up since like 6 a.m. I like naturally woke up at 6 a.m. and usually like right when I wake up, I'm like, okay, what do I want to eat, right? And like I said, honestly, the Ozempic is not doing anything for that. I'm completely still thinking about food all the time. I keep reiterating that in this video, that like the Ozempic really isn't doing much. I keep saying that every day, but I keep saying it every day because I'm just giving you an update, you know what I mean? Let me know if that gets annoying though. So yeah, I didn't eat anything before brunch, so that's good. We left the house at like 11:15, and we got there at like 11:30, and I was hungry because hadn't ate yet that day. I did take my meds this morning and everything though. So what I ended up getting was, I didn't get anything super high in calorie. I ended up getting an egg omelet with like home fries. I have never seen home fries in my life. I thought that meant French fries when I read it on the menu. And I usually don't eat French fries, like even in like, my everyday life, just because French fries usually are very high in calories. So I'm kind of glad they were home fries, because I think those are a little less high in calorie from like, my research I did on Google. I ended up getting the omelet instead of something like, pancakes or French toast, because while I was going to allow myself to not track today if I ended up getting an insane amount of calories at brunch, I was still like, okay, if I eat like pancakes or French toast, I think I have a gluten thing. I'm not even gonna lie, because with things that are carbs that are not gluten, like for example potatoes, I just ate potatoes, I won't feel sick if I eat something like potatoes that are carbs, but if I eat something with gluten in it, I will feel really sick afterwards. Like, I just will feel so bloated and terrible. So I decided, instead of eating French toast or pancakes first thing in the morning, or first thing in the midday, I guess, because it was brunch 11:30, I knew that if I ate pancakes or French toast and like nothing else right then and there, then I would feel gross and bloated afterwards, and then I'd be hungry again like right away. And that's just not a fun feeling, and I feel like most people don't enjoy that feeling. Like, I think this is a side tangent, I think a lot of American breakfast is really terrible. Like, cereal, probably one of the worst things you can eat in the morning. Pancakes, one of the worst things you can eat in the morning, because when you're starting your day, you're not going to have much energy from that. You're going to, use that up really quickly, and then you're going to consume a lot of calories, because those things are dense in calories, but you're not going to feel full. It's going to make you feel sick if you have, I guess, like my issues, or I don't know if that's like a regular thing, like feel sick after eating like pancakes or French toast or whatever, but it's just, you're not going to feel good afterwards, and it's not going to be good for you. So I decided to get some eggs and like, the home style fries instead, because eggs are protein. I knew if I ate eggs, I wouldn't feel that gross bloaty feeling afterwards. And I ate, some of the potatoes too, because, just, I can eat potatoes and not feel super sick afterwards. And I am tracking today. I am tracking my calories today, since I didn't eat like a crazy amount at breakfast. I ate a regular amount, so that's good. So yeah, I got like a vegetable omelet and some home fries, and I ate about half of each. I actually have my leftovers here. I'll show you guys what I have left. I logged that as being about 500 calories, because I told you guys, I think in a different video, I don't know if I told you in this video, I use an app called My Net Diary to track my calories, and I love My Net Diary because it's super easy. You can scan barcodes and stuff, and this is not a sponsored video. I just actually really like using it. You can scan the barcode on food on My Net Diary, and it'll show you like exactly the amount of calories in it if it already has it in a system. But if it doesn't have it in a system already, you can make your own. You can do like a custom like thing, and then like you write what it is, and then you put in like the nutrition facts yourself, and then you could have that at a later date, and then like scan the barcode and it'll work. That's what I like about that. What I don't like about going to like a restaurant or something is like, usually restaurants, like this wasn't a chain restaurant or anything, it was just like a regular restaurant, doesn't have its like calories or anything posted on the menu, which is annoying. And then since it's not a chain, you can't look up restaurant meal calories, right? Usually if you go to Applebee's, you can look up Applebee's salmon fillet calories, because like they're a chain that's online. At this restaurant, you can't do that, so that was annoying. So I just like took a guess. So in My Net Diary, I looked up like vegetable omelet, and the vegetable omelet was like, I think like for one of them, the My Net Diary said it was like 150 calories, like 150. I keep talking weird. 150 calories for one omelet, right? And I was like, this omelet is probably more calories than that, because yes, vegetables are low calorie, and eggs are low-ish calorie. They're not really that low calorie. One large egg is like 80 calories. So then I said, okay, I'm just gonna call this 1 omelet. I'm gonna say this is 2 omelets for that serving. So I put that in my Nut Diary. So then I logged like 300 calories for my omelet that I had. And then for the home fries, I don't really know how many calories in home fries, but like I think it's like a little less than like French fries. So then I logged 1 serving of like restaurant, like generic restaurant home fries in the my Nut Diary too. And that came out to 500 calories. I think the home fries that my Nut Diary said was like 225 or something like that. So like a little over 500 actually. I only ended up eating half of what I got. Again, I'll show you guys in a second. This is what's left of what I got. I only ended up eating like half of both of the things. But I'm still gonna log this like what I ate as being 500 calories just because it's from a restaurant and you don't really know, so I'm just gonna err on the side of safety because restaurants tend to use like a lot of oil that you might not necessarily use if you were to make the same dish at home, and like stuff like cheese and stuff. There is cheese in this omelet too, so they have to account for that as well. Cheese is very high in calorie, so that's definitely, like I said, like the omelet, my Nut Diary says that this is half of an omelet that I had, right? So imagine 2 of that. And my Nut Diary was saying all of that was 150 calories. There's no way. That's why I logged 2. And I think cutting it in half, probably half of it is 300 calories anyway. So I think it's right for me to log 2 omelets for half that omelet. You know, that's like how the math works out. And also, the home potato, whatever it is, home fried potatoes, definitely cooked in oil. It's got oil all over it. It's got whatever sort of orange, I don't know if that orange sauce is something they added or if it's like from the potatoes. I really don't know. I don't think it's from potatoes because, like, you know, potatoes don't really behave like that. But there's definitely a lot of calorie-dense ingredients going into that, you know? Even if you don't know exactly what it's made out of, just, like, try to err on the side of, this probably has a lot of calories if it's from a restaurant, unless you know exactly what it is, that you can, like, look it up online, you know? Or it says it on the menu. But in my case, you couldn't look up the calories online and it didn't say it on the menu, which is unfortunate. And what I'm feeling now is, I'm definitely feeling food noise right now, and it's, like, right after I finish eating, too. Thing is, I don't really want to eat this. Like, I'm full. Like, I am full. I'm not hungry. I am physically okay. Like, I don't need more food right now, and I'm not hungry right now. But I'm feeling like I want to eat something sweet. You know, that's how I feel after eating that. And I'm like, you really don't need it. You really don't need something sweet because you just ate brunch. You just ate potatoes and eggs. You'll be fine. So I might, like, go for a walk or something to try to, like, distract myself from that until it goes away. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like, I'm physically not hungry, but I have an appetite. Like I told you guys earlier, like, difference between hunger and appetite, which is super annoying. So yeah, that's how today's going. I might check in again later today. If I have more to say, I'm gonna put this in the fridge. But if I have nothing else to say today, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, today is now Monday. Today is a thrifting day. As you can see behind me, it's all the stuff I just thrifted. I just finished my thrifting trip. I was in the thrift store for 6 hours. That's important to, you know, what I'm gonna talk about with my diet. So usually on thrifting days, I'll go to 7-Eleven right before, and I'll get, like, you know, something to eat from 7-Eleven, like usually something like a protein thing, that I get from there, so I won't be super hungry all day. Because the thing is, when I go thrifting, I'll eat something right before I go thrifting, but then I won't eat the entire time I'm at the store because I like lock in, I like get in the zone, and I stop doing anything. I don't even go to the bathroom when I'm thrifting. And I was at the store just now for 6.5 hours. I got here at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's 3:30. So then by the end of that, I'll be starving again, even though I ate something with like protein in it in the morning. I think I got like 25 grams of protein so far today from what I had this morning. So I'm still hungry now, so I'm probably gonna go to get something to eat. But the thing is, by the end of my thrifting trips, I'm usually like ravenous because I haven't ate in a really long time. But I'm gonna try to be mindful about that. I think even if the Ozempic isn't working, because it's not yet. And I also have to say about that, I went on like the r/semaglutide subreddit yesterday, and I was like, guys, is this normal? And everybody was like, yeah, you're good. So apparently, like, it doesn't really start working for like months, according to some people. So I'm gonna go try to get something to eat. I think doing these videos will probably still help me be like mindful, because if I mess up and I like, you know, and I binge or I like eat something I shouldn't have, I gotta tell you guys about it. That's my new rule. Unless this video gets an unreasonable amount of hate, then I'm gonna stop doing them. But we'll see. So yeah, that's how Monday's going. Thrifting day, working day. It's like, this is one of my most intense days of the week. Tomorrow is the most intense day of the week. Tomorrow is the content day where I make my thrift hauls. That is a day that takes up like the most of my energy. But thrifting day is second to that, and then the rest of them is just like doing listings. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that today. If I have anything else to say today, I'll see you guys later. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a check-in. Wait, I actually do have more to say, a few things. So, on my thrifting days, usually I can eat more calories because, so basically, I use my Nut Diary to track my calories. We have established this in this video, right? I also have a Fitbit, and my Fitbit, you know, tracks the amount of, like, exercise I do and whatever, and the way I have my Nut Diary set up, you can, like, customize it however you want, is, again, this is not a sponsorship, but basically, I have it set so that my whatever like BMR rate, whatever, how many calories I burn a day, it calculates that based on like my weight and whatever. The calories I would burn at rest, and then it says this is the deficit you would need to learn to lose like 1 pound a week. So that's like about 500 calories, right? So I have it set, like all of my calories that I can eat in a day, like my calorie budget every day is my basically what I could eat and still be in a deficit of 500 calories if I didn't do any exercise. And I used to have it set up so that 100% of the exercise that Fitbit calculates from my like wrist, the extra calories I burn that are not part of like my like basically like rest, like, you know, calories burn, you get it. I used to have it set up so that 100% of the calories from exercise, I could have in my food budget, but now I have it set up so that 50% because I don't think that Fitbit is like super accurate. I'm not gonna lie. I think it probably thinks that you burn more calories than you do during doing certain things. So that's why I have set it 50% instead of 100%. And then anything that's in that other 50% that I did burn, like, that's just added to, like, the bank for the day. So, like, I still end up losing some weight, but I can eat a lot more on, like, thrifting days because I burn a lot of calories thrifting because it's just, like, think about it. I was just in the thrift store for six and a half hours going like this the entire time. That's a workout, you know? So I can eat more than I could on other days. Also, ignore the fact that I'm wearing pretty much the same outfit that I wore last Thursday. I just realized that. Don't worry about it. I hope that made sense, like, the whole, like, calorie thing. If it didn't, I'll, like, voice over it and be like, stop being an idiot. But, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's Tuesday now. Like I said, today is the day when I make all of my thrift hauls. Like, the day after I go thrifting, I make a thrift haul for TikTok and for YouTube, and that takes up the majority of my day. I don't even try to do listings on those days anymore, just because it takes up, like, literally my entire day to make the content, and I like it. I like doing it. It's just, like, the most busy day of the week for me, though. So I just finished making the TikTok thrift haul. I actually did a new thing where I decided to split it up, because my TikTok thrift hauls have been really long recently, and, like, people will never watch to the end on those anyways, so I decided to split them up because that benefits my account more, 1, and 2, then people might actually see more of it. They might actually, like, have, like, the attention span to watch it in splits, you know? But anyways, back to the diet thing. So this morning I had a granola bar and a protein shake, and that's it so far. It's 3:26. I'm probably gonna go eat lunch now. I don't know what I'm gonna have yet. But yeah, again, not feeling anything from the Ozempic, still thinking about food. On these days, I am usually pretty busy, so I don't have as much time to go eat food, but I'm still thinking about it usually. And usually I'm like, okay, you can't have lunch until after 1 o'clock. Like, that's my rule that I make. I don't know if I should have that rule or not, if that, like, helps me or harms me, but it's after 1 o'clock, so we can go have lunch now. But yeah, that's how it's going. Ozempic is still not doing anything. Tomorrow is a full, complete week, though, and we'll do a weigh-in. Yeah. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Unless I have anything else to say, I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, it is now Wednesday, May 14th, so that means we've officially done a full week on Semaglutide. I'll go switch over to the weigh-in and measurements now. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. This is the end of week 1 on Semaglutide and the beginning of week 2. This is what I currently look like from the front, side, back, other side. I changed my shorts from last time. I'm wearing a different pair of shorts because I think the other ones were, like, weird, so I'm gonna do these now. Because I want to wear, like, the same outfit every time, you know? My hips have not changed. They are still 40 inches around. And my waist is... Oh, I think I might have lost an inch off my waist. My waist is 31 inches around, but that could also be because the last time I did this sort of, like, measurements and everything and, like, weigh-in, it was the end of the day. This is the morning and I haven't had anything to eat today, so that could be why my waist has gone down by an inch. But that also could be some weight loss, who knows. I don't know if I already said this, I am 147.4 pounds as of this morning, so I lost 1.4 pounds in the first week. But that's just due to, you know, the regular calorie deficit that I normally would do, and that's the issue I've been having because obviously semaglutide hasn't been working at all. So that was just fully, like, the regular calorie deficit that I've been trying to do all along for the last many months. So that's what it's been so hard for me to keep that up. So it's very easy for me to slip up and then, like, eat and then gain that back. So, but we're gonna keep trying. Back to the regular video. Back to over here, though, I guess sort of like closing thoughts. Obviously, it hasn't really done much so far, and that's to be expected according to other people who are on it. I guess some people have, you know, an experience where it immediately starts working and some other people have to wait a few months. We'll see where I am, like, if I'm in the middle of that or what. As long as this video doesn't get, like, a lot of hate on it, I'm gonna keep doing these, like, week by week. I think the next video I do in it, I might do it as weeks 2 and 3, especially if it's like it's the same thing, like it's not working. That's like a boring video to like do over and over again of, oh, it's not working. So I might just combine a couple of weeks just to make sure, you know, I don't keep posting the same kind of video over and over again. I might do weeks 2 and 3 or 2, 3, and 4, depending on how it goes and also how long it is. So yeah, I guess it's like this week's closing thoughts. I don't really have much else to say other than it hasn't been working yet, but I hope it does eventually. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more like it. I also do, you know, stuff that's not related to weight loss or semaglutide. I also do 2000s fashion, lifestyle stuff. If you're interested, let me know what other kinds of videos you guys want to see from me other than semaglutide and like thrift hauls and stuff, because I do want to like sort of expand my content a little more. I feel like recently it's been getting kind of repetitive. And yeah, all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.